Tabletop Live so far has been really quite excellent.
Oh, it's absolutely brilliant. You know, first convention, you never know what to expect, but they've had a great turnout so far.
They've got lots of stuff going on, it's very busy, lots of interest in the games.
It's been really good fun. The community is amazing here. There's such nice people. Me and my colleague came in today thinking it was going to be really specialist, and it hasn't been. It's been so open, people are really willing to chat, and it's not just sitting down and playing games. It's really there's a discussion out there, and it's really good fun. So Book of Beasties is it's easy to learn card game for kids and adults with a core ambition of inspiring the conversation about mental health. This is actually the first game we've ever made, but it's really snowballing, and the kids that have used it so far have benefited hugely, and it's amazing to see the reaction to it.
My great-great-great-great-grandfather, J.B. Gill, went to the ominous valley in Egypt and discovered these dice cubes. We think they're dice cubes, we've got no idea. They were just found, and they reckon they're about 6,000 years old. And I inherited them and had to work out what to do with them. And I thought, well, what would ancient Egyptians have done in the ominous valley in Egypt? This is what we've come up with. We've also been inspired to go a little bit further with Omino's hieroglyphs. So we don't know whether it was a dice or what, but it was a little cube with all the symbols on, so it's quite exciting.
Dice Owners, it's a two-player card and dice engine building game. So you start off with basic spells, basic creatures. Creatures give you dice, roll them, match symbols, and then either summon more creatures, attack, defend, heal, steal, curses, and that basically until one of you is wiped out. You get a whole pile of interchangeable decks as well, so depending on what game style you like, you can pop it in, pop it out. Tons of replayability in it.
So Escape the Dark Castle is a very simple, atmospheric adventure game, as you can see in the old school black and white 80s retro style. And you play non-heroic prisoners every day, people like the cook, the miller, the abbot, etc., trying to escape your wrongful incarceration in the castle. The castle that you're escaping from is made up of chapter cards, and each chapter is a different room or scenario or character that you encounter. There'll be some storytelling text to read aloud and then a challenge of some sort. It might thrust one character into danger or something you have to do as a group. There's elements of Nightmare and Crystal Maze and all these other fantasy things that we loved in it. And each character has a different set of skills to use, and your goal is to work your way through the castle deck, get to the bottom, there's a final door, defeat the boss, which I think they just did, and then you all escape. But if any one of you dies along the way, the game is over, so it's fully cooperative, you have to work together, keep everyone alive.
Clickbait, basically at the start of every round you're given an item to sell. It's usually something ridiculous like boxing glove massage, something stupid like that, and then you have these 5 dice which have random letters on. You then have to use each of those letters to start a word of your slogan, and you can have up to 5 words in your slogan, and basically the funniest one wins.
Yeah, Dice Hospital is our game. We kickstarted it last year in October-November time. It's a worker placement game. Everyone's got their own hospital boards, and the hospital boards tell you what you can do to your dice. So effectively, if you go into the red room, you can put a little nurse meeple, put it there, and then it treats the red die and moves it up by 1, for instance. And then you go into another room and it treats a number 5 up by 1. But then there are other combinations of rooms and cards that basically allow you to do really nice combinations to get lots of dice out all at once, because that's how you get your points. Because you might want to hold some back, you want to get some out all at the same time and get loads of points.
So with the miniatures line, with all our war games, we're really trying to bring narrative in a big way. So a lot of games claim to be narrative, and actually a lot of the time it just means there's a scenario. So what we're really making sure we do with our games is there's a mechanically intrinsic elements that are narrative. So for example, with Fallout, yes, you can do the shooty bang bang guys running around and killing each other, but that's kind of missing the point of the game almost. So if you've ever played a Fallout game, there's an ongoing story, there's all sorts of crazy characters, there's kind of weird environments and weird experiences that you have, and so we wanted to bring as much of that into the miniatures game as possible. We just felt it would be doing it an injustice to just make it a fighting game, and that really is informing all the games that we're making.